Welcome back to the Avm Project. Here with my little speech producer,
Julianna.
And me, Mauricio, also known as Mo. Today I'm going to talk about Regal's 4DX and the review of Spider-Man Homecoming?
Mm-hmm.
What's the beginning of the word? Orange. Origin story. Bubbles? Is it Bubbles?
Yeah, like
Homecoming?
Mm-hmm.
This is what she's here to help me for. That's what they call cues.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Okay, I saw this movie on 4DX. I think. Okay, the two 4DXs that they have in the New York City area, there is one in 14 Union Square and one on Times Square, run by Regal. If you guys have ever been into Universal Studios, or if you're from New York City and you have been to the Bronx Zoo or the Wax Museum in Times Square.
Madame Tussauds.
Yes, 100% right. You kind of sit down, put on some 3D, and like water comes down and
Special effects, basically.
I'll show you some really quick stuff about what goes on in it. Now I want to talk about the actual review of Spider-Man Homecoming. I really enjoyed this movie. I know you loved it.
I loved it.
This is like the first time I seen Spider-Man being 16 years old in high school.
15 years old.
15. And I loved how they start from the Civil War of Avengers story. And that's when Iron Man finds Spider-Man. And that's where the part where they fight together is where they start this new Spider-Man. And, Iron Man is like, all right, man, great job. We're going to bring you and as we get to know what you can do. He sets up Happy to help take care of him, prepare, what comes next. Next, it takes months. He hasn't done nothing.
Oh, I helped this old lady and she bought me a churro. So, that was nice.
He wants to get involved. He's doing basic stuff like remind me of the stuff that he does in his superhero. Like I remember there's a part where he
gets the guy, he shoots a web at his head and then just slams it against the car.
Yeah.
And then all the neighbors are just like, "That's his car."
It's like, and I love that he's a young Spider-Man. He doesn't have it all figured out yet.
Cool. Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Is this anybody's bike?
Now we also have Michael Keaton, who, if anybody remembers, from 1989, that is one of the first Batman in one of the first Batman movies. So he's a very good actor, and he is he becomes the villain Vulture. Okay, we got that one right. And it starts out with him, all the stuff that the Avengers ripped apart when they were in the first Avengers movie, and people are like, no, we're gonna do this job, and you got contracts that the fixing, and they were like. Those people were like, no, dude, we're doing this. We got this. So he just starts stealing stuff or finding stuff from that was dropped in from the big fight against Loki and his peoples.
That was a really cool
fight. The first Avengers?
Yeah.
Dude, it's all about the Loki. You remember that part where he's like, with Hulk?
Where he's just trying to talk and he just slams.
He's like, I am a god. Slam. Weak God. He says something like that.
Yes, and he's just like, just
no. Not getting too last, as funny as that is. Getting back to Spider-Man. Vulture. As he ends up being one of those guys, stealing stuff, selling stuff illegally. Spider-Man is trying to become that hero. He wants to be that Avenger. And without giving too much spoiler stuff away, here's the stuff that I loved about this young Spider-Man. He is so young, and I mean, he's got cool super abilities, but he is so new at what he does. It was cool to see him. It's like the mistakes he would make. And he's definitely Spider-Man, but he's Spider-Man just waiting to start being who he is. What did you think about that movie?
I really loved it.
What did you love about it?
the action scenes. Those are like.
That's a good call. The way they set up the action scenes was
amazing,
incredible, especially on the 4DX on 3D. Because on the 4DX, like literally, we got to do it. You and me, we're doing it, dude, bro, for Rizzle. No, all jokes aside, the part where he's on, there's a part where he's on like a plane or something, right? Okay, the part where he's jumping on that plane in the 4DX, you can feel the wind. Like, my friend Everett was just like, he had to put on his hoodie, it got so cold. And I was like, that is really, they try to make that you feel like you were flying on top of the plane.
All I saw was a plane in 3D.
And like I said in my Batman v Killing Everybody episode on my channel, I talk about how serious I like IMAX. And I like that this isn't like a fake Max. This is 4DX. It's its own thing. And it's different than IMAX. And it's like being on a ride. And speaking of rides, another great thing about Spider-Man, this is like real Spider-Man. He has the web slinger. And that was awesome to have it. And he starts off wearing like the most
corniest
Walmart looking dressed as Spider-Man.
Exactly. It's like a sweater and then like goggles. It's hilarious.
It's cool to see Spider-Man starting like this. And I don't know if I said this already, but he walks in and his friend sees him, and now he's got a side buddy. Yeah. And I think these days you need that. You know, Spider-Man by himself. All these superheroes. And
everyone needs a guy in a chair, like he says in the movie.
He's got your back. He's watching the computer. I mean, come on. It works on Arrow. It works on The Flash. Completely different thing, but that's a CW TV show. Yeah. It's all about their Flash. But, and I'm getting lost with the whole review, but just excited, I guess. And during the course of this movie, what's the name of that girl that was in the Disney movie?
Zendaya?
Yeah, Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Okay, she was in the movie, and I want to see more use of it. I see a good actress in there, but they don't put her in the movie enough. Then there's the other girl, which that is
Liz.
Liz, the crush of Spider-Man. Yeah. I would like to see her in other movies, or hopefully in the Spider-Man. She was interesting. And now, I don't know if you guys remember Spider-Man 2. During like a really cool part where he's on the train and he saves the train.
Oh, and then he reveals his...
Yeah, which is amazing. But imagine if that was now.
Now everyone would be like on Snapchat like, ow, it's Peter Parker.
It's Peter Parker, yo. Ow.
But back
Are all the villains going to know who this is? Probably.
And now they're all going to kill everyone. Yeah, no, that's not happening anymore.
But I love Spider-Man too. Don't get me started. Mary Jane, my girl. But getting back to where I was at, has Spider-Man is fighting to be known as that Avenger. He gets involved with those selling those weapons, alien weapons, exactly.
It was like
from Vulture. I keep saying I feel like I'm gonna say Voltron. You don't know about that. That's 1980s Voltron. That's okay. And so, the Avengers aren't even paying attention. They're the big Avengers. And plus they got Captain America all separated from them since Civil War. And I loved in the movie where, remember he's at school and they show a TV thing of him? Yeah. And it's like, as usual, learn from this and exercise. And the guy, the coach is like, yeah, I think he's probably going to get arrested, but yeah, watch this movie. They had nothing but comedy in this review, and it works great for Spider-Man. I mean, have you seen Amazing Spider-Man?
No.
It was okay.
I've only seen Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2.
Oh, dude, that was the Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man Homecoming, obviously, because we're talking about it.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 were okay. I'm spoiling that one. Gwen dies, dude. But if you've read the comics, you knew that was going to happen. And don't get me started on Spider-Man 3. Oh my, don't. If you've never seen it, you're good.
I've only seen Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man.
That's the only one that's worth seeing. now that I've explained a little bit, I love how they edited and CGI'd this movie. It is incredible. Like that one part where
when he's like in Washington D.C. and then he's on like the big tower. Like,
yeah, and the just started to use that thing that Iron Man gave him. It's the first time he turned it on. The new suit, right? And the voice of that Karen, yeah. And I can imagine that people from comics said like, that was not in a comic book, and he did not have that. So I think it worked like perfect for the movie.
It's a modern Spider-Man.
Exactly, B. Like, he probably has Wi-Fi up in there.
Yeah, right. There's like Wi-Fi signals everywhere.
He's like, let me catch my Facebook. Oh, is that the Green Goblin? Snapchat. Boy, I tell you what, I got more Snapchats than you know what to do with, boy. But part is amazing, but the actual part I was thinking about is the part where he's trying to put that boat together, because that boat rips it apart.
Just holding the boat.
That part was amazing.
I thought that the mask was gonna rip off, like in the train in Spider-Man 2. I was like, wait, is that gonna happen? And his identity's gonna be revealed. But then,
like, this is why I'm not trying to give away, because if I review it and talk too much about it, I feel like I'm gonna spoil stuff. And it does have some cool parts that are like, oh snap, yep.
There's a lot of parts that are like gonna blow your mind in the movie.
For me, there was like two parts.
Just
like 2 parts. So I was just like, blam!
It was at 2:30. You missed it.
The really things that I love. And the voice acting that they did for that, the person that's talking to him while he's wearing the...
Karen,
is that what her name? Karen?
Karen.
I love the voice acting of Karen, dude. Because but he's recording stuff, there's CGI all around it, she's recording on her own. That's how they do those type of parts in movies. It's the voice acting. She's in the middle of nowhere recording it by herself. And the character was just... she had me nonstop laughing.
You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
That is awesome.
Stop laughing.
Yeah, honestly. She had so much faith in Peter Parker.
Yes, I like that they also had Iron Man in the story, but it wasn't just Iron Man.
But hey, it's not Iron Man, it's Spider-Man, okay?
It's a Spider-Man movie. Like I recommend to definitely see this in the theater. It's a theater movie. If you can do 4DX, it's a little expensive. Try it. I don't know what IMAX looked like. I didn't see IMAX on IMAX, but like if you just see it in 3D, the 3D was actually pretty good. You could see parts flying through you sometimes.
Yeah, like you can see your left.
And for me, I'm if you're gonna make me pay for 3D, make me feel like there's a reason to pay for it. Do you ever remember those 3D movies where it's just like, this is us, this is 3D. Look, 3D.
I would have to say,
Papa, I'm not wearing no 3D, okay? I'm too close, I slapped you right in the face, okay? Now let's throw the 3D to my face. Take that, Mr. Eyelax in the face. Professor, hit me with some of that 3D. Coming your way right in the kisser. You know all that Jeeves can see when he's chilling on 3D? Alright, let's see what this is all about, but I'll tell you what. Oh man, that 3D's so real, it damn kicked that thing and put it to bed, but I'll tell you what.
But Spider-Man Homecoming, it's like everything's getting thrown in your face. But
and I'm not saying everything has to be thrown in your face, but you want to see, like, I am coming outside of the screen.
Yeah.
And so, so watching the movie in the theater, absolutely. 4DX, IMAX, normal 3D, completely worth it. For me, there's a couple of parts that stop me from giving the 4. With, what's her name again from the Disney?
Michelle? The actress or the character?
The actress.
Oh, Zendaya.
Thank goodness I'm a speech producer because you erased that part!
I know. Now I gotta re-record it later on. And you know what? This is part of the therapy. I got a long way to go. Now get back to what we were talking about. There's certain things, the reason I don't give it the 4. That actress from so what is that? Disney show?
Casey Undercover?
Yeah. She's a good actress, but I didn't think they built her storyline. I wasn't feeling like the connection with that. And it feels like she's supposed to be more important. And at the end, I'm going to give a little bit of spoiler away. She used the word MJ, but I don't think that's the real Mary Jane.
No.
Because I think she's connected to that Michelle from a different story, and I think that's where they're going to go. Anyway, slight thing I'm complaining about. I'm strong to give it like a 3.7, 3.8, you know? What do you think about it?
5.
5? Oh, yeah. She goes 1 to the 5, I go 1 to the 4. And I go points in the middle, 3.3, 3.4. And that is the ending of our editing, and the ending of our review, which kind of got messed up at the end. But you wanted to talk about something real quick.
Yeah.
So I found this really cool app called the Spider-Man Homecoming app. Like, you go on it and it shows like clips of the movie, like the trailer, like the cast and crew, all the stuff like that, and it's really, really cool. Trust me, it's like my favorite app on my phone right now.
I'm gonna look for it in the app, and hopefully I can put it in the link below. And like Julie helped me out here because the last part got cut off, and then she came in here. She's like, "I'm gonna be that speech producer. We're gonna fix you." And I think there's no reason to re-record the whole thing. Let's make this part of the therapy. That's the whole point of this. Everybody, hope you enjoy the review.
Spider-Man Homecoming app.
All day long. Check y'all in the next episode.
Que voy, guerrillero es lo que soy. Un consejo, respeta, es mejor que no te metas. Callarte en la boca de los envidiosos es mi